What is up, guys? Welcome to my trailer breakdown for Arrow Season 7 Episode 14 titled Brothers and Sisters, as well as The Flash Season 5 Episode 15 titled The Long-Awaited King Shark vs. Gorilla Grodd. So first I will break down Arrow's trailer and then The Flash's trailer. So let's start with Arrow Season 7 Episode 14 titled Brothers and Sisters, but before we break it down, let's watch the trailer.
You're working with the man who tried to kill my entire family.
You have no idea who you're messing with. You're all gonna be wishing for the mercy of a quick death.
So the trailer begins showing Felicity and Oliver reacting to the fact that Diggle is now working with Diaz, or at least he's using Diaz as a part of the Ghost Initiative. And while I am glad that they're actually addressing this, the fact that it is kind of messed up that he is working with Diaz, I also hope that there isn't really that much drama here. I really hope that, I mean, we see in this trailer Felicity seems to be having a huge reaction to this. I really hope she doesn't, because that probably won't make for good TV, and I'm just hoping it blows over. It obviously is always looming over the show, but maybe it just blows over for the most part, and that could just lead into Diggle actually working with Diaz as a part of the new Suicide Squad. So, yeah, it says March 4th, The Flash says March 5th. Both of these shows are going on break for a couple of weeks and returning in early March, which is obviously, like it says here, March 4th and March 5th, which means for the next couple of weeks, there won't be any Arrow or The Flash episodes. I don't think there will be any Supergirl either, so the Arrowverse is completely on break for another couple of weeks. So we see in this trailer that Diaz is now going on a mission. This definitely reminds me of Season 2 when the Suicide Squad did go on missions. Like, they had these covert operations where they would like be in suits and talk to each other through the thing in their ear. It seems like they're doing something very similar here, where Lila and Diaz are possibly going undercover somewhere in this operation, probably looking for the Ninth Circle and most likely Dante, and that's something I'm actually very excited to see. I really hope this episode has a lot of the Suicide Squad, a lot of Cupid and China White and Joe Wilson, and obviously we see in the trailer Ricardo Diaz. It seems like this episode might very much focus on the new Suicide Squad we have been given in this season. But in this trailer, we see a Green Arrow, but we also see another Green Arrow. We see a masked Green Arrow, which is obviously Amico Queen, but we also see a unmasked Green Arrow, which is obviously Oliver Queen, meaning they probably will be teaming up in some sort of way in this episode. As we see in this trailer, it seems like they're fighting the same people, which is actually pretty exciting because Amico Queen in the comics is the Red Arrow, which is a sidekick to the Green Arrow, and I always love seeing these superhero sidekick pairs in live action, like in the Arrowverse specifically, Green Arrow and Arsenal, or the Flash and Kid Flash. So seeing here, or even Superman and Supergirl to be honest, but seeing here Green Arrow, and I guess it's Green Arrow, but she's probably going to become the Red Arrow. She is the Red Arrow in the comics. It is pretty exciting in my opinion, but this is obviously referring to the title of the episode, Brothers and Sisters. It is plural, so we're probably going to see more pairs of brothers and sisters, like obviously Oliver and Amico, but also probably William and Mia in the future, although Mia is like 11 years, a commenter pointed this out, Mia is supposed to be like 11, maybe like 12, 13 years younger than William, but they look around the same age in the future, and I'm pretty sure the actors are like maybe 5 years apart, so that is definitely weird. I guess William's older than he looks, or maybe Mia's a lot younger than she looks in the future, I don't know, but there probably will be those two brothers and pairs, brother and sister pairs that will be teaming up in this episode, and I am much more interested in seeing Oliver and Amico team up, as they are a comic book sidekick and superhero team up. But the trailer ends after all of these Suicide Squad moments, although it is only Ricardo Diaz that it's focusing on, but then we see Ricardo Diaz in a forest hold a gun to Felicity's face. This is obviously not going to happen. I think this is probably the same dream Felicity was having, or actually Oliver was having at the beginning of the season. Maybe Felicity will have a very similar dream in this episode. I don't know. But this doesn't like excite me or anything, or like if you love Felicity, this shouldn't scare you, because she's not going to die. There's no way she's going to die. There's no way she's probably ever going to die, and like I said in my review for the last episode, I probably will never believe that she's dead after the reveal in the last episode that, oh my god, she's alive in the future, which also, she's alive in the future. There's really no tension here, because one, we know that she's pregnant, and we know she's not going to lose the baby, because Mia's alive in the future, and two, she's alive in the future, future, so there's no real tension here, and I also don't think this is a real moment, as it seems way too similar to the dream at the beginning of the season, although maybe that dream will actually come true in this episode, not in a like a prophecy sort of way where Oliver could see the future, but also just a connection or like a thematic connection in this episode. That's possible, but Diaz will not kill Felicity. That's not going to happen. So with Arrow's trailer behind us, let's go over the trailer for The Flash Season 5 Episode 15, which is actually titled King Shark vs. Gorilla Grodd, which is a fight that was teased way before the season began, and also in the first episode of the season when Nora mentioned that King Shark fought Gorilla Grodd, and we are finally seeing that in the 15th episode of the season, which is actually maybe a callback to, I think, Season 2, which was actually titled King Shark Season 2 Episode 15, and usually the 15th episode of the season so far has always been a good episode, and I don't know about you guys, but this episode looks very, very good, just based off the concept and the title. But let's go over the trailer so that I can break it down.
King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd? Are you kidding me?
Welcome, Flash.
So obviously King Shark and Gorilla Grodd will go head to head in this episode, but the question is, how does that happen? Because as we are reminded by the beginning of this trailer, they are both in the custody of Argus. We see a shot of Argus here. I'm guessing they're probably going to both escape or going to be let out in this episode, possibly by Cicada, because usually the conflict this late in the season is instigated by the main villain, so maybe Cicada will let them both go, maybe to distract Team Flash or something like that. I don't know, maybe they just escape, or maybe they didn't escape at all and Argus is actually using them, because obviously Argus is currently back in Star City using a bunch of villains on their new Suicide Squad, calling it the Ghost Initiative, so they definitely can do the same thing with King Shark and Gorilla Grodd, probably, if they can implant those bombs. But King Shark is actually a member of the Suicide Squad in the comics. I don't think Grodd is, but he definitely can be. It's definitely possible. Now I get why they didn't use him on Arrow, because one, way too expensive to use every episode or even at all. Arrow has I think a smaller budget than the Flash, but also they probably would not fit the world of Star City on Arrow, but they definitely do fit the Flash's world. So maybe Argus are actually using both of these creatures in the same respect of the Ghost Initiative, aka the Suicide Squad, or maybe I just all that was for nothing and then they really just escaped or were let go, probably by Cicada, and for some reason they fight. I don't know why they fight, I have no idea, but that's definitely something that's going to be revealed obviously in this episode. What we heard from Nora in episode 1, however, King Shark sounds to be like on the side of the good, because Nora sounds like excited at the prospect of King Shark fighting Gorilla Grodd. Like, she mentioned how King Shark was awesome fighting Gorilla Grodd, so King Shark's probably the good guy here. I don't think he would win just because Grodd has these telepathic abilities, but I'm sure King Shark will give it his all. Actually, I am like 45% certain that King Shark will be dying in this episode, which will be kind of lame because King Shark is a pretty awesome villain, pretty awesome CGI on the show, probably one of the best CGI creatures on this show, so if he dies, that would suck, but I really assume for some reason that he will sacrifice himself to stop Grodd. For some reason, that's what I think. I don't know, but why else would they be fighting? I mean, Grodd's probably going to have this master plan, which would be pretty awesome to see, and King Shark might want to stop him just because maybe he has a little good in his heart or something like that, and that probably maybe leads to him dying. I don't know why they're fighting, I don't know how it'll end, but all I know is it will most likely be an awesome episode with these two CGI creatures coming head to head and fighting it out. But let me know in the comments down below which one of these episodes you are most excited for. Me personally, I am way more excited for this next episode of The Flash just because it is a special event episode. Episode 15 is usually incredible. I mean, the two best episodes of the show ever, in my opinion, are episode 15 of Season 1 as well as episode 15 of Season 4, so this might be a great episode as well. Just the concept, it sounds so damn good, and Arrow's episode might not be as good as, or definitely probably won't be as good as the next episode of The Flash, so I'm much more excited for King Shark versus Gorilla Grodd. But let me know your thoughts in the comments as well as in the poll in the top right corner of the video, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.